What are you doing? Babe, stop eating that from my video. Hi, and thanks for joining me. This is Paula from USO Vicenza. Today on Culinary Corner for Tuesday, we're going to be making Mexican sopes. Sopes are kind of like little crunchy boat tacos, and they're just very delicious. So if you miss authentic Mexican food as much as I do, which is really hard to find here, then this is something really easy for you to do during the week. It probably takes from start to finish about 25 minutes, making all of your other things to go into the sopes. But it's very quick and easy. All you're gonna need is your masa. This I found at the commissary. You can pretty much get it in any grocery store, especially if you're in the States. We have salt, water, vegetable oil, a bowl, and a tortilla press. If you don't have one of these, regular cling wrap is just fine, and I'll show you how to make those with that as well. So first, what we're gonna be doing is just taking some of our masa. Depending on how many you'd like to make, I would say about 2 cups is good just for a starter. So this will make about 6 to 7 sopes, depending on how big you like them. And really the thing about this recipe, it's all by touch, feel, and your own preferences. This is just pretty much a guideline. So then we're just gonna take some of our salt. And if you make your sopes a little salty, make sure that your beans, rice, and your meat, whatever else, is not as salted, because that's salt on salt. So we're just gonna put a little bit of salt into there. And now we're gonna put in our water. You're going to try to get it as hot as possible, or as hot as you will be able to stand it. So I see some steam. And put in a little bit at a time. So we're just gonna mix that up a little bit. And you're gonna add as much water as it takes to make a little bit of a dough. You don't want it to be too dry because you're going to be pushing it in the tortilla press or the cling wrap, and you don't want it to crumble while you're trying to make it into a nice little patty. I just don't want to make it too squishy. Okay. So now we have a nice ball. You're just going to take off little pieces of that, roll it around. And a good way to test is when you roll it in a circle, if you see a lot of broken edges, you're gonna add more water. But this seems pretty good. Now if you have your tortilla press, you're just going to pop it in there, your little circle. You're just gonna slightly press down. You don't want these to get as thin as tortillas because you're going to be making a little mold out of them. So that's about a good thickness right there. Now if you don't have a tortilla press, what you can do is after you have your little ball, and you have your cling wrap, you can just make your little circle over there and take your bowl bottom, and just flatten it out. Ta-da! See? Just as good. Ta-da! Now after we have our sopes all in little circles, we're going to be putting them on a griddle, just about medium heat until they get a little bit of brown on the top, and then flip them on both sides. So once I've taken them off of my griddle, this is what they're gonna look like. You're basically cooking it just like a tortilla, except a little bit longer because it is thicker. And the next step is either gonna make or break you with these. We're going to take a little saucepan. I like to do it that little, just one at a time to make sure that I can focus on one at a time, they don't get stuck together. You're just gonna fill that with the vegetable oil, and then we're going to be making our sopes into sopes. So I'm gonna do this while they're still hot and pliable. Now, my sister-in-law made fun of me because I burnt my fingers all the time. But what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go around the edges and you're just going to pinch them upwards to try to make an actual little bowl. So it should still be kind of squishy on the inside. So you're gonna go around and make that little edge, and you can also pinch it once you've done that. So I like to go ahead and just do a really sloppy go around first because it's super hot. Okay, so that's what they're basically gonna look like. You don't want to do it too much or else it will break the bottom and then your top won't be as thick. So that's what your first one's gonna look like. So basically just have your flat bottom, and on the side you have your ridges and your little bowl shape. Hold all your toppings or fillings. Now if they're too hot for you, you can use a towel. You can moisten if you like, and you could just do it the same way. Just go along with that, pull it out. And that way it might be made fun of. And we're going to test our oil just to make sure it's hot enough to start putting them in. The easiest way to do that is take a little bit of your masa, flick some in, and if it starts to bubble, that means your oil is ready to go. So once I take my sopes out of the oil, they should look something like this. You put them on some paper, soak up the extra oil, and that's it. That's pretty much sopes. You can top them with whatever you like. I've pre-made some of my favorite toppings or things you can put on just regular tacos. So I'll take one sopes. I made some cheesy black refried beans. Rice in there. Of my meat. This is skirt steak. And if you're a vegetarian, you can use jackfruit, vegetables, whatever, just exclude meat. Sour cream. Cheese. And that's it. That's your sopes. So I hope it's a good change up of just regular tacos for Taco Tuesday. Kind of like taco, but nice change up. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and find some new variations for yourself and enjoy your sopes. Thanks. Bye.
Que viva mi gente, que viva la raza. De noche a día aquí se trabaja. Igual la gozamos, bailamos en plaza. Y esto es calidad pura en todas sus casas.